And welcome back to another episode of Content is Profit. Today is just me, Fonzi, because LUISDA is not feeling well. He went down with the flu. So make sure you slide in his DMs and say something nice. It'll make him feel way better and come back way stronger to share some more hashtag golden boulders with all of you. Also, today's episode, I was going to do a walk and talk, but instead, I'm just going to do a lay and say. I'm here chilling in bed with my phone recording today's episode. And that will serve for you, hopefully, as motivation that you don't really need expensive equipment to record and be consistent. All you need is an idea, your phone, where to record the audio, and that is it. With that being said, guys, today we're going to be talking about a specific framework that we use to help an entrepreneur plan all the content that she needed. Literally, it could be for eternity, if you want to put it that way, right? For her, it was more of a workshop to plan her content for a month, but this one exercise can actually give her content for the whole year, or in my very subjective opinion, for her entire life. I don't know. Does it sound real? I think so. Does it sound pretty cool? I think so too. Now, guys, please, if you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave a 5-star review, and if you believe it can help somebody else move a step closer towards their goal, please don't forget to share it with them. Now, let's get started. I don't think I have the intro. You might hear it. If I hear it, that means I queue it up on the edit. And if not, let's just get rolling. So, first thing we need to learn when we're going to dive into this framework, it is the publishing pyramid. And we talk about it plenty of times, right? There's solo episodes that we've done just on the publishing pyramid. So I'm just going to run a little bit quickly through it. For those that don't know what it is the base framework that we use for anything publishing, right? And the foundation starts with the message. If we don't nail down our message, it's going to be very, very difficult to resonate with people. We've all been there. We've all been in front of a video that, we look at it. It has great production value, but it does a terrible job at holding our attention because the message is not there. Now, we've been on the other side where we see a video of a talking head for like an hour, and that video just holds our attention for the entire hour, and we don't want to leave, not even for a bathroom break. And that is because their message is impeccable. It is absolutely amazing, and it just holds your attention for the entire hour. So we need to focus on our message. At first, our motto was quality of the message over quality of the production, right? Let's remove the friction of production, focus on the message, and put our message out there. Now, how can you get your message better and better and better? Truth is repetition and having conversations with the people that you're trying to serve. Now, the more you put your message out there, the more you speak it out loud, the more you're going to internalize it, and you're going to reflect on it, and you're going to realize what are the things that are resonating with the audience and what are the things that are not. Also, the audience will tell you with their reactions, right? They're going to say, oh, I like this. I don't like this, right? Maybe they'll engage more in certain pieces of content regarding of the message. Now, the other thing is have conversation with the people you're trying to serve. Not just imply that they want to hear certain things or that they want certain problems solved, right? Like go and talk to them and realize what are the stories that are going to move them towards action? What are the benefits that actually they want, right? What are the problems that they relate to? And put all that inside of your message, and that is going to help them resonate and connect in a deeper way with you. Now, second step of the pyramid, and I'm going a little bit fast in here, is consistency. Once we know our message, we need to figure out what is going to be our consistency. Is it going to be once a day, once a week, once a month, right? Again, you need to figure that out. And whatever you decide is going to be, you need to make it a commitment. Here at Biz Bros, Our consistency is at least once a day. Can we put content out there once a day? Our answer is yes. And I have an analogy that I love to share. So I'm going to share it with you right now. And hopefully this motivates you to put content out there on a daily basis. Right? It goes like this. I was listening to a podcast. Actually, I'm thinking about it. Is it an analogy or just like a random story? I think it's just more like a random story. So I was listening to a podcast one day, and if you are familiar with James Altucher, he is a pretty big investor, right? And he was talking about how he doesn't invest more than 1% of his net worth on any investment that he does. And he said the reason being is because if he loses that 1%, he's totally okay with it. But also that 1% has the opportunity to be, make him a really big return on that investment. And sometimes that 1% can even double his net worth. How impressive is that? So if we put that in the context of content creation, what if we can invest 1% of our main resource, which is time, right? What if we can invest 1% of our daily time in creating content? If you do the math, that is 15 minutes of your day. Can you invest 15 minutes on your day that, look at it, if this content doesn't resonate at all, let's say you wasted, and I'm recording here, you wasted 15 minutes, right? But if that piece of content resonates with a lot of people or brings you business, right, or brings you new connections, now that 1% of your day gave you a huge ROI. So again, just like James Altucher invests 1% and he doesn't care losing that 1%, but the other 1% that goes and do well, it has the potential to even duplicate his net worth. Is the same with content, right? So make sure you're getting your content out there and investing the time in it. So the question for you is, what is your commitment to consistency going to be? Is it going to be daily, weekly? I don't know. Let us know in the comments. Reach out on the DMs at BusinessBrosCo on Facebook, on Instagram. All right, next step on the pyramid, it is capacity. Once you start with your consistency, you're going to start realizing what is your capacity. If you get clients in your business, you probably are spending some of that capacity serving those clients or fulfilling their work. But, maybe you don't have as many clients and you can dedicate more time and you have more capacity for your content. Now, this is a little bit of the trick, right? On the very top of the pyramid, we have resources, which is time and money usually. What if we can invest some of those resources back into the pyramid? So if we got the money that we can invest back into it, we can buy more capacity, right? We can actually invest in team members like, for example, the Biz Bros that can come into your business and help you with a fractional content team. So now you can leverage and have bigger impact and produce more content and amplify your publishing pyramid. So again, that is framework number 1 that you need for this whole workflow of content creation that we're talking about today. And the second step is you need to understand your what and your how. What do I mean by that? What are you going to say and how am I going to say it? Usually when somebody steps in front of a camera or when they have the thought of, I need to create content or I want to create content, the first 2 things that come to their mind are, what am I going to say? And how am I going to say it, right? And those 2 points become a huge point of friction for people that don't allow them to move forward. So that being said, what am I going to say? And now imagine you have an Excel sheet right in front of you. In the left column, you're going to put the what, right? And the what goes like, let's say you want to put only one word. So for example, in BizBros, right, and content creation, we're going to put content. We're also going to put another on the bottom row. We're going to put marketing. We can put direct response. We can put, messaging, consistency, capacity, publishing pyramid. We're going to put a whole bunch of topics that we know we can talk about and that we can develop. So The left side of the column is going to be your what's. Now, on the top row, we're going to write our hows, which hows is just structure, right? Like, how are we going to say things? So we're going to add a few different structures in there, right? We can have actionable content. What is actionable? Maybe some how-to tutorials, right? Like how to create 10 highly efficient pieces of content in 30 minutes. That could be an actionable piece of content. What else do we have? We have motivational. Do you have stories, right, that resonate with your audience, that are going to motivate them to go and chase the results that they want, right? Maybe, hopefully, the results that you help them achieve. So that way they come to you and purchase whatever service or product that you're selling, and you can help them reach their goals. What other types of hows do we have? What other structures? We have analytical. Are there things around your market, people, companies, right? Are there those things that you can potentially analyze and give value to your listener so they can better understand the industry that you move in, right? So, for example, I could analyze creators, and we've talked about it sometimes. Like, let's say Mr. Beast, the fastest growing YouTuber in the world. How we can create a piece of content on how Mr. Beast grew from 50 million to 100 million 10 times faster than how he grew from 0 followers to 1 million. That would be an interesting piece. Now, I will say disclaimer. I just made that up on the top of my mind. I do not know if that happened that way, right? But I'm just sharing some context so you can better understand how to create these pieces of content. You can better understand the structures and the hows on how to say what you want to say, right? Now, there are plenty of structures that you can use to build upon this content. If you want to know more of those, feel free to reach out at BizBrosco on Facebook, on Instagram, and even better, if you want us to help you do this, to run you through your publishing pyramid, establishing what is your message, consistency, discover your capacity, and how do we allocate your resources so you can have a consistent content plan, then we want to help you out. We can do the publishing pyramid, and then we can do the content workflow side of things, where we're going to go in depth into your what's. What are we going to say? What are those topics that we are extremely good at sharing about and resonating with people? And then what are those structures that we can use? And then we're going to walk through some scenarios of content creation so you can leave prepared with a full-on content plan and a full-on tool that you can use from now on to create content every single time that the thought in your head comes in and says, hey, you know what? I want to create a piece of content, or I have to create a piece of content. All you got to do is pop open this tool, and there you have it. You have your what, and you have your how, and you remove the friction. All that is left is for you to actually just press the record button, share your message, and then press the publish button. Now, guys, that being said, if, again, you want help running this workshop, we're doing some one-on-ones. We have a few spots left. So make sure you reach out at BizBrosco on Facebook, on Instagram, and just let me know on the DMs, hey, I want to do the content workshop that you talked about on Content is Profit. And we will be more than happy to help you out. So feel free to reach out again at BizBrosco on Facebook and Instagram. And if you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to subscribe and leave a 5-star review. And of course, if you believe this episode can help somebody in your network to move one step closer towards their goal, please share this episode with them. Now, guys, until the next one, and hopefully my brother is back for that one. Until the next one, I'll see you. Take care. Bye.